Today, we're playing the Volca Drum.
Freebeat.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Damian Saylor. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. I am so excited for today's video. This is something I've been meaning to do for a while, and honestly, I just forgot about it until today. So, in the past, we have actually used some of my Roland drum products to play pieces of gear like the MPC One. In fact, that's one of the channel's most successful videos. But today, I want to try and play the Volca drum sounds on my Roland pads, or at least one pad today. Let me show you how we're going to do that. This is my Alesis Trigger IO, a device that is unfortunately no longer in production, although you can get it under the name of the D-Drum Trigger Interface, I think, the DDTI. Essentially what this is a drum trigger to MIDI converter. So you've got your different inputs for drum pads here, and then it can either send out MIDI via 5-pin or via USB. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It converts drum trigger signals into MIDI data. So with that, we should be able to use it to play the sounds on the Volca drum. So cable setup wise, really quick here, this is power to the Volca drum, looking super ugly because I forgot to put it around the back of the desk. This is audio out from the Volca drum into my audio interface. So all the audio you're going to hear today is coming from the Volca drum. Let's go ahead and set this up. So I've got a 5-pin MIDI cable coming out of the back of the Trigger IO. I'm going to plug that into the MIDI in of the Volca drum. Going to grab USB power here for the back of the Alesis unit. There we go. That'll get it to turn on. And then I've already got this drum pad right here plugged in to the back of the trigger interface. So if I hit the pad, you can see I've got a signal there. So that's good. All I need to do now, in theory anyway, is change the MIDI channel of the of this pad to match the Volca drum, and then change the MIDI note number to pick which sound I want to play. So I'm going to go to a different kit. We'll go to kit 20. MIDI channel is 10 already. Okay, that's what I have the Volca drum set to. That's a very common MIDI drum channel just in general. Now let's go ahead and find the right note. So I'm at 40 right now. I'm just going to keep tapping the pad and decreasing the note number. Nope, didn't hear anything. Just looking for some, I'm just looking for the range of notes that these 6 sounds are in. Oh, okay. Okay, found them. Okay, so our kick drum right here is on note number 60. Cool, so, well, that's a short video. Awesome. Just like that, we're playing the kick drum. Nice. That was way simpler than I thought. I thought I was really going to have to fight some settings on the Alesis unit to make it work, but no, once again, this little box shines for the channel as a MIDI controller. Yeah. Nice. Okay. That's how low the threshold is. I can just trigger it just by hitting the pad with my fingers. Anyway, I've got another drum trigger that I'm going to use here. It's this, my Yamaha KU100. This is a super quiet drum trigger pedal, kick drum trigger pedal that I actually use to practice drums here in the apartment without really disturbing anybody. So we're going to plug this pedal into the back of the Alesis unit here. I'm going to do slot number 3, and then I'm going to be able to play the kick drum with my foot. Okay, so first we need to select the proper MIDI note number. So if I click the pedal, we can see we are getting activity. It's on note number 30, and we know it needs to go to 60. Okay, now it does sound like it's double triggering a few times here and there, so what I'm gonna do is go to re-trigger time, and I'm actually going to bump that way up so the kick pedal won't re-trigger itself. There we go, that sounds okay. Now I'm gonna put that down at my feet. All right, look, Mom, no hands. Ha, cool. That's super fun, actually. Okay, yeah, this is awesome. Now I'm actually going to hit this drum pad here again and change the note number of that to... How about whatever this is on here for that clap? 65, there we go. Oh, sorry, I should have angled it so you could see, but it's on F5 or 65. Nice. So, yeah, now I think we're good to just play. I'm going to use my finger here to play the hi-hat. And, yeah, let's see how this works. One thing I will say real quick, there's unfortunately no velocity sensitivity on the Volca drum, so no matter how hard I hit this pad, it's just going to be the same velocity. So that's kind of a bummer. There might be some custom firmware or something like that that gets around that, but I'm not sure. Okay, so we've got a new kit loaded in here. Kick drum on the foot, of course. The snare drum on number 2 here. And this is a hi-hat. So let's go. Okay, that's cool and all, but I think it's actually going to be way more fun to just play with the waveguide resonator. So I'm going to put the send on all of these to quite high, like 50% or so. And I'm actually going to set this pad here to, yeah, sound number 2. Now I think we're good to just go for it. Okay, that's actually kind of hard to focus on playing drums and tweaking the controls at the same time. Especially, I've been working on some left-hand technique in my actual, like, real drumming life. I tried to incorporate a few of those into that, and yeah, not easy to do when you're trying to actually play with the sounds themselves, too. Fun. So, there you have it. There's some messing around with the Volca drum, the Alesis Trigger IO, and some Roland drum pads. Again, if you want to get your hands on one of these, it's now called the D-Drum Trigger Interface, the DDTI. They're only like $170. Well worth it if you're a drummer, if you've got some pads or pedals laying around. This also works with piano sustain pedals. So if you want a sort of cheap way to recreate like a MIDI pedal board, to even just trigger like samples or loops and stuff like that, that's what my band used this for a long time, just firing like backing tracks and, backing vocal stuff off of my Roland SPDS. So yeah, very, very useful piece of gear. I do hope you found this video informative, or at least, actually no, I hope you found this informative and entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, of course you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too, doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way though, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.